Hey guys, what's going on? Megan here. Let's go. How much fatty fish do you eat per day for maximum testosterone, muscle, and strength? This is one of the polls that I normally put up on the channel. I try to put on at least once a day. But anyway, so let's see how unhealthy most of you fuckers are. All right, so less than 2 ounces. So that's Smigo category. By the way, quick table of contents for this video. I'm gonna go over the results of the poll. I'm gonna read the comments, not all of them, but usually the top comments. Answer some frequently asked questions, and gonna explain to you guys exactly how much fish you need and why. Blah blah blah. I'm not gonna go into too many details to avoid making the video too scientific. But anyway, less than 2 ounces a day, 67%, guys. This is frightening. This is frightening. In fact, before I even show you, before I even read the results, let me quickly explain why you got to eat fatty fish, right? And you don't need a huge amount. You don't need a lot of fatty fish. You just need a small amount. The main reason, it's not just the B vitamins, right? Obviously, salmon, sardines, mackerel have a lot of B vitamins, but you could get those B vitamins from red meat and the other foods that I recommend. It's mainly for omega-3 fatty acids. And I made a lot of video about omega-3s. You could look them up. You could look at the literature on omega-3 fatty acids is vast. You could go down a rabbit hole. Been there, done that. Omega-3 fatty acids are so, first of all, your body cannot make them, right? Your body cannot make omega-3 PUFAs. Don't confuse them with omega-6, right? Because those we actually eat too much of. Omega-3s are important for obviously muscle protein synthesis, for testosterone production, for inflammation, which is one of the biggest benefits, heart health, cholesterol, HDL, LDL balance, you name it, right? And it is also very hard to get enough omega-3s from the other sources. And that's why fatty fish comes in, right? Just eating a small amount of salmon or sardines or mackerel is going to give you a potent dose of omega-3s. And if you go to Chronometer and you put your typical day of eating, I guarantee you're not getting enough omega-3s, right? So you're walking around with chronically high inflammation, not to mention the effects that omega-3 has on your your cognition, your energy levels, all these things. If you guys notice, I only focus on nutrients that have multiple effects on the body. Not just, oh, this gives you more energy. No, I like nutrients that give you energy, muscle protein synthesis, strength, testosterone, motivation, dopamine, you name it, right? And omega-3s, right? Year after year, I keep reminding you guys, omega-3s are up there. And no, I don't want to hear, well, I get some fish oil. That's not good enough. Once again, that's not good enough. Supplements are a backup plan, not a plan A. But anyway, so you need, for most people, depending on how active you are, you need about, I would say, 3 to 4 ounces, right, of fatty fish. I use salmon because it's pretty much the king if you look at everything, not just omega-3s. But I could also be sardines if you don't like salmon. And trust me, most people don't like fish. I get it, but that's not an excuse, right? You got to get your omega-3s, guys. But you need about 3 to 4 ounces just to get enough omega-3s, EPAs, and DHAs for all the benefits that I mentioned. And of course, there's an inverted U curve. You don't want to just overeat salmon, right? Because then you're not gonna have enough room in your macros for the other foods such as eggs and red meat and oysters and milk that have their own benefits. So 3 to 4 ounces, and look where most people are. Keep in mind, this is not the U.S. population. That's just a small percentage of my subscribers. But that's what makes it even scarier, is because you motherfuckers should be, you know, these are people that actually want to improve their lives. But yet, look how low you score on things that are so crucial for health. Look at this. 70% of you motherfuckers are in the Smigo category, meaning less than 2 ounces of fatty fish per day, right? And this is an average, right? So it doesn't mean you have to eat 3 to 4 ounces every single day, right? You could eat maybe 8 ounces one day and then not eat it for 2 days and then eat again. Like, as long as on average, on a 7-day average, you're good to go. But look at that, 70%, right? Eating less than 2 ounces, probably even zero. I should have put 0 to 1 ounce to see, right? Because most of you guys probably at zero. 9% are eating about 2 ounces, right? Only 10% of the people who voted on this poll are eating about 3 to 4 ounces, right? And again, 15% are eating more than 4 ounces. These are some scary numbers, and I'm not surprised if you look at the research, it's even worse than this. If you look at the studies on omega-3 consumption, even if you factor in fish oil supplements, most people are not getting enough, right? And once again, these are things that our ancestors didn't have to worry about. They didn't have to worry about, oh, did I get enough omega-3s, right? Because Again, they were hunters and gatherers. They got meat, they got fish, they got their hands on everything. They pretty much ate whatever they could get their hands on, right? And fish, by the way, if your ancestors were close to rivers, was an abundant source of nutrients for these fuckers. But let's look at the comments and see what's going on. All right, first comment. I love seafood. Salmon has always been aired for me, but I knew a guy growing up who always had fresh caught salmon at his house. Oh, that's a lucky motherfucker. His family literally had 4 fridges full of salmon that they had caught, and that dude was tall, lean, and smart as hell. I bet you was spot. Absolutely. And again, I'm not making shit up. You guys can do the research. I always say this. Whenever I say something you guys think is absurd, you best believe that I've done a ridiculous amount of research in the last decade or so before I even have the balls to open up my mouth and talk about this, right? I'm not most of your freaking ignorant ass influencers who read one study or just go off, their experience alone, right? I want to make sure that if I want to influence somebody's decision, I want to make sure that it's something that's time tested, both from the empirical side and the actual research. So yeah, I mean, this is not surprising that people who eat a lot of fish, getting their nutrients are smarter or stronger, whatever. Not to mention you're also getting a lot of vitamin D from salmon, even though you need a lot more than that. Next, here definitely most of the people are going in the most of the people are going to Smigo category. Growing up, I remember myself begging my mother to cook fish. Guys, I have a whole video planned on this, on how so many parents, whether accidentally or on purpose, are fucking so many of the kids up. Right? A lot of you guys watching this video, I'm not saying this for you to be upset at your parents because maybe they didn't know any better, but that's also not an excuse. They should have done their fucking research. When you have a kid, you gotta learn how to optimize the development. But you'd be surprised of how much stronger, smarter, taller, whatever you'd be if your parents were serious about your nutrition when you were a child. Oh, I have a whole video on this because I could show you. If I show you the studies and the meta-analysis on that, you would cry. You would cry when you realize how much the nutrition or the lack of attention your parents put on your nutrition when you're growing up fucked you today. Now, once again, before the black pill motherfuckers run in and try to give up, no, that's not an excuse to give up and be like, oh, look, no, because, play with the hands you were dealt, like I would say. All right, if your parents fucked you over by giving you shitty nutrition, it's not too late. There's still some ways you can optimize your life. Right? You guys know my mentality. Team 3D Alpha, no excuses. Always find a way to overcome the obstacles. But it helps to know that your parents did fuck you over so that you don't repeat that mistake. You'd be surprised how many kids I hear tell me, hey, Megan, I'm trying to eat eggs. My mom won't let me because they still believe in 50-year-old research about eggs and cholesterol and da-da-da-da-da. And people saying, hey, I want more red meat, but my mom is only giving me vegan food. Oh, man, they are fucking you guys up so much, especially if you're going through puberty. That's the worst. If you're going through puberty, that's when you want to be on point with sleep and nutrition. You only go through puberty once, motherfuckers. Like, you don't want to fuck around with puberty, So I feel bad for you guys that have, I call it abusive parents. Even if the parents don't mean to abuse you, they're abusing you. If they're giving you shit food and they refuse to fuel your development, to fuel your hormones during puberty, make sure you have maximum androgens, DHEA, testosterone, even DHT, then it should be child abuse, in my opinion. But anyway, here definitely most of people are going to Smigo. I remember begging my mom to cook fish, but she never did it because shit was too expensive. Look at that shit. Too expensive. It's too expensive to invest in your child. Some parents are so fucking selfish, man. Like, it blows my mind. They act like they love their kids, but really they fucking don't. Right? These same parents will probably spend that money on some bullshit present or some bullshit dress or bullshit makeup kit than to buy salmon for the kids. Anyway, I used to eat fish 1 time per week. Oof. Megan, we can't afford to eat ounces of beef, ounces of salmon, and 6 eggs a day. I don't want to hear this shit. You knew what I was going to say when I read this comment. Come on. Excuses. You want to know why? Number one, you motherfuckers are playing Fortnite. You motherfuckers are buying the latest game that costs $59.99 plus the microtransactions, right? I hate this shit so much, man. I hate excuses. All my friends will tell you. The moment you say an excuse, I will fucking roast you, right? You can't afford to buy beef, ounces of salmon, whatever, but I guarantee you could buy, again, video games. You have subscriptions to streaming services. You have, if you actually budget your money the right way, you have a lot of money left over to invest in your health. You can't spend $60 on the next Call of Duty game, but you talk about, I can't afford beef. What? Where's your money going? And if you don't have enough money, again, that's still your fault. Get a job. Work. I hate excuses, man. Can't afford ounces of beef, ounces of salmon, 6 eggs a day. Anyway, microplastics increasing in fish if you buy organic. Yeah, I mean, but you could say that about every food. I already told you guys, every food has something bad about it. Everything, even eggs, even red meat, even oysters, all the foods that I recommend, even the healthiest foods in the world. I've done the research. There's something bad about it, right? You can find a study that shows you that milk is bad. You can find a study that shows you salmon is bad because of the mercury. There's something bad in every food. The key is to look at the pros and the cons, right? And then to pick what has the most net benefits. You're not gonna find a single food source that comes with no cons. But anyway, and trust me, being deficient in omega threes is a lot worse than having to worry about those little details. But yeah, this comment definitely made me mad, man. And again, I'm not trying to be harsh on you guys. It's just I don't like excuses, man. I don't like excuses. Now maybe there is some fucker out there somewhere in the world who can't afford that stuff, but it's not you, right? If you're on YouTube, you got a smartphone or a computer, you could afford beef, salmon, and eggs. If you can't do 6, then 3. Do something. But please don't give me excuses, man. That it goes against everything Team 3 Alpha stands for. All right, next. Learn how to cook bomb fried rice, salmon. Thanks for making videos. Yeah, dude. Oh, dude, that video is so old. How do you remember this shit, bro? Yeah, man. And again, great example of don't make excuses. I actually don't like the taste of salmon. I actually don't like fish unless it's on sushi. It's a whole different story. But unless it's on sushi, I could eat anything on sushi. I eat fucking fried balls on sushi. But I don't like salmon. But what did I do? Years ago, you guys could see the video. Team 3 Alpha mentality. I started doing research on how to make salmon taste better. And I found out that you can make some bomb fried rice and this. And, there's always a way. Right? Just like I fucking hate liver, but yet I eat 1 ounce of liver almost every day. Me and my girl find ways to make it taste good. But anyway, so learn how to cook bomb fried rice, where it comes to garlic powder, onion powder, oysters. Dude, you remember this? I still can't believe you remember this shit. Even I forgot about that video, bro. That's what's up, Let's see. It used to be around 100 grams every single day, but as I've learned about the benefits of red meat and eggs, there isn't much room. So that's about 100 grams every other day. I mean, that's fine. That's fine. Even if it's every other day, it's better than nothing, right? Whenever I recommend these foods, that doesn't mean you have to do it every single day. I mean, people are so like extreme. If I say, oh, do this every day, everyone thinks it means Monday through Sunday with 0 days off. It's like Nucleus overload. I'm like, all right, do 5 minutes on that muscle every day. And people think it means literally Monday through Sunday, no day off. If you're sick, if your mom died, you got to go to the funeral, you got to bring your dumbbell with you. No, guys, it's okay to take a day or 2 off here and there. It just means make it a habit, So yeah, if you're getting every other day, trust me, that's a lot better than not getting at all. So this is a bit different for me. I get 6 ounces of salmon a week since I consume 8 ounces of ground beef a day, and 4 to 5 eggs along with I was eager. Yeah. I mean, you're getting your shit in. And 8 ounces of ground beef. Let's go. This is the legend right there. Sigma. Got to get your red meat. Bro wants me to eat everything every day. Dude, it's the same foods, man. It's the same foods that I always talk about. So not everything. It's, again, eggs, red meat, salmon. Those are the top 3, right? Those are the kings. And then you could add, a little bit of beef liver because you only need like an ounce or half an ounce. Excuse me. And, if you could afford it, a little bit of oysters. But you don't even need number 4, number 5, as long as you have the top 3, right? And obviously, as far as drinks go, milk. You guys know I have a lot of videos of milk. If you take lactose-free milk, if you're lactose intolerant, whatever. But it's the same foods. Guys, it's the same foods. Every time I even talk about a new vitamin, what you guys think is a new vitamin, because it's really old as fuck. But whenever I mention a vitamin or mineral or whatever, you'll notice it's the same foods that have it, right? Get your meats, pause, get your fruits, get your nuts, get your veggies. Guys, this is not new. Your ancestors were doing this without even thinking. What is so hard about eat berries and fruits for your antioxidants and potassium and, vitamin C? What's so hard about eat spinach and kale and broccoli for your fiber and your DIM, your anti-estrogenic compounds, right? It's about having a colorful plate. Veggies, fruits, meat, and then as far as carbs go, pick healthy carb sources, potatoes, quinoa, right? And then you just rotate, balance meal plan. You don't gotta be a slave to this shit, but it's all about eating healthy. So you could fuel your workout, so you could recover from your workout, so you could have, you could reduce your ADHD symptoms, which are mainly due to Not enough tyrosine, not enough choline. But anyway, I'm going off a tangent here. Hey, Megan, I also noticed that a lot of the things to max T are also things that help with growth. As a teen, you did. That's exactly what I was just saying. That's exactly the point that I'm making. You'll notice that if you go deep enough in the rabbit hole of optimizing health and testosterone and muscle mass and all this shit that I've studied over the last decade, you'll see that it's the same things. They're all related. Things that optimize testosterone and muscle mass and fat loss are things that optimize growth and cognition. Because once again, these are shit that our ancestors had to do for hundreds of thousands of years. We've evolved to strive on those foods. But yeah, great observation. Great observation. It's actually true. Yeah, a lot of things are interconnected, which is also why I always recommend foods that have multiple, functions. Things that help you with, for example, eggs. Eggs are gonna help you with muscle mass, testosterone, fat loss, strength, cognition. Red meat, muscle mass, testosterone, strength, energy, cognition. Beef liver, on and on. I do a lot of guys. You should see the research I do before I even recommend something to a client. I have and I'm not saying this to brag. It's just this is my life's passion. I love this shit. I have so much data on the things that I talk about. Anyway, major part of my diet is I'm pescatarian. Nice. Eating half a pound of salmon every day. Whew, that's pretty good. You don't need to eat every day because omega-3 stores in the body. Yeah, I already said that earlier. Let's see. Hey, man, I finally got... that sounds so sus. Finally got my meat intake up. Time for more Wait, what? Time for more fatty fish now. Salmon twice a week. I eat fish once a week. To be honest, that's still better than nothing, right? I'd rather have you eat fish once a week or every other day than zero. Because you'd be surprised. Look at the average person's chronometer, and they're getting no omega-3s, man. The omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is diabolical. It's like 20 to 1, 10 to 1, 15 to 1. It should be closer to 2 to 1, if not 1 to 1. Let's see. I get my omega-3 from chia seeds. Yeah, but you got to eat a fuck ton of chia seeds to get that. Plus, chia seeds come with their own issues and anti-nutrients or whatever. But that's a topic for a different video. To be honest, I don't eat a lot of fatty fish, but I still consume 115 grams of fat a day on average. Well, good thing is you're getting enough fats, which everybody's scared of, even though you do need fats. But the bad thing is if you don't eat a lot of fatty fish, your omega-6 to 3 ratio is probably fucked, like I just mentioned. But at least you're getting your fats in, Mom don't let me eat fish. See, it's just that same scenario of parents fucking their kids in the ass. All right, great post for, okay. Salmon is seasonal where I live. My wife and I catch around. Nice, man. I'm jelly. What about mercury and fish? Again, I already mentioned that so many times, guys. 1 can of sardines $1. No excuses. Thank you. If only fish was less expensive. Oh my God. I eat fish like twice a week, but not daily. Again, that's fine. Twice a week. Again, progress is better than no progress, right? I rarely eat fish because I'm broke. All right, but that goes your first problem. Why are you broke? We live in 2023. I don't want to hear nobody in America or UK or Australia or in a developed nation talking about they're broke. I don't want to hear shit. There's so many ways to make money online, legitimate money. All right, so let's see. I eat 6 eggs and 2 grams of gummy every day, but I don't eat fish. But I'm not going to make a 3 supplement again. I'm partially happy because you're at least eating eggs and ground beef, but this supplement part here is not gonna bode well with me. And if you're using a supplement as a backup plan, then all power to you. In fact, that's how you should use it. But I don't think that should be your plan A. Next, I used to eat 16 ounces of salmon every day. Hold on a second. Let me see what time it is. Oh fuck, 20-minute video. All right, so let's wrap this up quickly. Let's see. 4 ounces a month. God damn. I have to say I eat a packet of Megan, I can only afford eggs at McDonald's, bruh. Fish is probably the only meat I don't eat. That's no bueno. Nah, okay, let me go faster. So first off, I'm not Gollum, even though I'm coming with fatty fish. Let's see. If you're in a Gollum category, you're Smeagol, man. Do canned sardines work too? Yeah. Sardines are fatty fish. Just make sure they're not drowning in a bunch of seed oils. Defeats the whole purpose. 3 cans of sardines on a daily. Again, same thing. Make sure they don't have make sure they're not in soybean oil or some bullshit. That's the worst thing ever. Like, can you imagine sardines in soybean oil? What? The whole point is to get your omega 3 to 6 ratio fixed, and then they just put them in a can full of soybean oil. Do oysters count? I mean, you're getting some, but not as much. Oysters serve a different purpose. They give you a lot of zinc, obviously a lot of enough copper as well to offset the zinc to copper imbalance. And you're getting some omega 3s in oysters, but wait a minute, is the whole fish that Mercury? Oh, dude, you'd be surprised at how many scams are out there. You guys were lied. Don't get me wrong. Anyway, I'll make a whole separate video about mercury if you want. I don't consume any aquatic food because of mercury. Oh my god. Um, what about plastics? Okay, yeah, that definitely calls for a video clearing up these misconceptions. And trust me, guys, every scam, every myth has a small element of truth to it. That's why it spreads so fast. So I'm gonna clarify. It's just a lot of people just blow it out of proportion. But anyway, let's see if there's any top comments. There's no way I'm gonna read all this shit. Fish is disgusting. You disgusting, nigga. Bros, it's testosterone G. Why you spell this shit for me? Dude, it's not all this shit. This is actually pretty basic stuff, man. It's pretty much summary. Eat healthy. That's all it is. All right, but anyway, so I think that's it. Let's move on to the next video, the next poll. Join the By the way, first of all, like the video, comment. You guys know I'm Shadow Bang because I talk about controversial shit and race and all the stuff that should not be taboo in today's society. But so like the video, comment, join the Discord. That's where all the epic free speech conversations take place. Make sure you read the rules because it's under, you gotta be thick skinned to be in that Discord. And post your video suggestions there. All right, guys. Thanks for the support. I'm out of here. All right, guys. Don't forget to like or share the video, subscribe and hit the bell, and buy my HSP Nucleus Overload Training Program. It's the ultimate program for maximum muscle growth. It includes full body workout splits, bro splits, push pull, home workouts, you name it. Also comes with a complete guide for macros, nutrition, fat loss, muscle growth, hormones, including a meal plan. It's pretty much all my 16 years of experience condensed into one fucking book. You're also going to get free copies of any future edition. So visit team3dalpha.com and you can use the 40% off coupon code Nucleus Overload. Or you could just buy the shit at full price. All right, guys, I'm out of here.